One or two things you left behind, sir.
Thank you very much. You didn't have to come all the way downtown to bring me this.
Well, I couldn't think of a better excuse, so, anyway, if you invite me in, I'll tell you what's really on my mind.
As if I didn't know. Come on in anyway.
Thank you. Oh, dear, 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 dear.
I like your hat.
Getting a preview of Easter.
I'm honored. Oh, have a seat.
Actually, you see, I was debating this morning, you see, about coming down here. And so I walked out the door and I was feeling a little unnerved. So I went back in and I put on my new hat. That made all the difference.
Is that so?
Uh-huh. Well, you see, in Ireland, they say that a hat gives a person authority. The bishops know about that. And the Pope does, too. I think maybe that kings wear crowns for the very same reason.
Well, Maeve, hat or no hat, I'm not going to give you a hard time about anything.
Well, isn't that reassuring?
I mean it. I'm finally at peace about all this. I know that what I'm doing is best for Mary and me and the baby. Oh. And I'm not going to fight with Mary or you, Frank, or anyone. I'm not going to get mad. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. Hang in there until I get the annulment and the divorce. And Mary's free.
Oh, until Mary's free.
Yeah.
Well, that's mighty heroical.
No.
I see, in order to justify this to yourself, it has become that Jack is now free and Mary from this miserable, sad marriage. Of course, the truth is...
Well, the truth is that anybody on the outside looking in doesn't really know what's going on inside a marriage.
Well, I do happen to know that my daughter loves you and wants to stay married with all her heart. And while you're down here playing bear in the cave, I'm up there watching a good, strong, fine girl carry her first child and pretend to herself that her heart's not breaking.
Well, then what you better understand is that's nothing compared to what I could do to her if I stayed.
And what you refuse to understand, young man, is that you're making all sorts of impossible rules as you go along and imposing upon your marriage. Can you tell me one person that walks God's green earth with a guarantee that they're not going to hurt the people that they love the most? Oh, it would be a safe, fine state of affairs, of course.
Well, nothing safe. Nothing sure.
Exactly. But you do the best you can. You try, Jack. And that's all that Mary's asking of you.
What Mary's asking for is trouble. Same that she's been getting ever since the first day I walked into riots.
Which is what?
Tears, pain, disappointment, one fight after another.
Oh, no. You're not going to reduce what's happened between you and my daughter to that. Not to me, you're not. You were happy with Mary. Probably for the first time in your life, you were happy. And Mary was happy with you. My daughter does not happen to be some poor, sick creature who's trying desperately to hang on to a miserable marriage. She found all manner of good things with you, Jack. And the two of you were learning and growing every day that you lived together. For the life of me, I can't figure out why'd you want to turn your back on all of that.
Because it was too painful for both of us. Because I can't give Mary what she needs and wants in a husband. Because I feel guilty that I can't. I don't like feeling guilty all the time, so get off it, Maeve.
Ah, I see now. You're not at all at peace about any of this.
Look, I like you. I'm grateful to you. But if you and I are going to stay friends, then you better accept the fact and help Mary accept the fact that our marriage is over. You got that?
Well, I'm mighty glad that you're determined not to give me a hard time about any of this. Hi, Father.
Ah, Mary. Thank you for making time for me this morning. How are you?
I'm feeling pretty well, thanks, but very curious.
Sit down. I've had a letter from the Chancery about the annulment proceedings. And heaven help us both, I've come up with a plan that can only be described as devious.
Why are you protecting David?
Do you trust me? Yes or no?
I want it over now.
Are you threatening me? Don't mess with what you don't understand.
This week, someone gets shot, someone's found dead, and Zach's secret is revealed. Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
Join us.
Join us?
Join us, join us.
At the table.
Get ready for The Chew, a new talk show where everyone brings something to the table.
To make a creamy soup without the cream, use tofu.
For fresh ingredients, nothing beats local.
This local enough for you?
Treat yourself to something delicious.
If you love beef, try pastrami instead of bacon on your burger.
Make every recipe your very own.
Join The Chew, weekdays, coming Monday, September 26th, only on ABC.
Don't hide me with makeup. Fake me.
Introducing Fit Me Foundation from Maybelline, New York. Beyond matching, a crisper, fresher, flawless. Some makeups have opaque waxes and fillers that can cloud your skin, but Fit Me is different. Fit Me mixes pigments with a translucent gel, making our coverage cleaner, fresher, so it fits your skin perfectly. Never cloudy, always crisp. Perfectly you. In 18 shades. Find your fit. Fit Me. Only by Maybelline.
Naturals from Purina Catch-Out. Delicious real ingredients with no artificial flavors or preservatives. Naturals from Purina Catch-Out. Share a better life.
Important news for Liberty Medical customers. Don't lose your right to choose. If you're unable to receive Bayer's Contour or Breeze 2 testing supplies, Bayer can help. Call now at 888-877-9175. That's 888-877-9175.
It's the way you bring out the sun. It's the way you make it all fun.
Know who makes the day sunny? My mom and Sunny D. I love the taste. Mom loves the vitamin C. And now it has 40% fewer calories than most regular soda brands. Sunny D.
Make today a sunny day.
Collect Sunny D labels to get free books for your kids' classroom. Go to sunnyd.com.
Ziploc presents ZipLogic. We throw out over $500 in food every year. Help save more of it with Ziploc freezer bags featuring the Smart Zip seal. Edge-to-edge protection you can hear. Get Ziploc and get more out of it.
SC Johnson, a family company.
Every time I sneeze, I laugh, I jump. Water. And my sister said, have you ever heard of poise? I said, poise? What the heck is poise? She said, 1 in 3 women have this issue.
Every great woman deserves a great pad. Stay comfortably dry with Poise.
I'm serious. If the results are positive and Edmund needs the surgery, I want Roger to be the surgeon.
And whose idea was that?
Mine.
Didn't Roger suggest that you make that request?
He did not. In fact, he told me not to bother because you wouldn't hear of it. Seneca, I wish I could make you understand. I am frightened.
I know you are, I know you are.
I mean, it just seems like such a horrible thing to happen to such a tiny little baby.
Now listen, it doesn't have to be horrible. If he is hydrocephalic, he's been diagnosed early in the hands of a good surgeon.
But that's just it. For years, I have been hearing that Roger is better than good. My father was such a perfectionist. He set very high standards. And when his praise was unqualified, it made a huge impression. And he always said that Roger had the greatest natural ability for surgery that he had ever seen.
I am not arguing with that. I'm just not sure that Roger is the man I want in the OR with my son.
Well, right now, at the moment, I am not concerned about Roger's morals. I'm interested in his hands. You're letting him do the cranial tap.
I wanted that test immediately, and I wanted it done by a neurosurgeon. Clem was in surgery, and Roger was here.
If the results are positive, when will they operate?
That depends on Edmund's respiration and the amount of intracranial pressure.
Seneca, Roger has done this operation before.
I know he has.
If my baby is going to be wheeled into the OR and have major surgery, I want the most skilled people I know in there with him.
Jill, that goes without saying.
No, I mean, I want people that I know emotionally and trust. As doctors, anyway. I want somebody who knows me, who knows who this child is. I want somebody who I can look in the eye when it's all over and they'll tell me the truth. Seneca, please, please, I want Roger very much. And I wish you could make that happen.
The subdural tap is negative, so it isn't hematoma.
Intracranial pressure?
Positive. I'm sorry.
Then he is hydrocephalic.
No, not necessarily.
No, we won't know that until we do the ventriculogram and we see if there is an obstruction and just where it's located. I mean, according to the symptoms, though, there's a very good chance that he is hydrocephalic.
When will they operate?
Well, his breathing is pretty good.
How much pressure?
Significant.
Roger, thank you for your help. If you'll excuse me, I'll be back as soon as I can.
Sure.
Where is he going?
I have no idea. I asked him a moment ago to let you do Edmund's surgery. If he gives us permission, would you do that for me?
You never had a devious thought in your life.
I surprised myself. Now, this is predicated on the idea that you're still opposed to an annulment and divorce. Is that the case?
Yes.
But Jack's going ahead anyway.
Yes.
He has shown no signs of changing his mind.
He thinks he's gonna drag it out and wear me down till I don't care anymore. Till I'm so sick of the whole thing, I give him divorce and the tribunal grants an annulment. And until the other day, I'd hoped it'd backfire.
Well, how do you mean?
I was so sure I could hold out longer than he could. Maybe he'd begin to miss me enough so he'd have second thoughts.
Changed your mind?
Father Richards asked us both to write an essay about the marriage.
Right.
And I delivered mine to the chancery and ran into Jack. We both had to wait together for a few minutes, and I made the mistake of conning him into letting me read what he'd written.
And?
It wasn't true. Jack's fanatical about the truth, Father. For him to misrepresent anything, especially feelings we both share, which were so important to us both, means the guy's really desperate in a way I can't begin to understand.
Mary, what if we could put a stop to everything for a while? So that Jack had a chance to get away from it. So he had time to stop and think what he's doing. Would that help?
Well, it might. If he could just wait till the baby's born, so he could see his own child and hold it and find out what it feels like to him.
One more question.
Sure.
How much of Jack's attitude stems from his physical problem?
Oh, much more than he'll admit. I think he's so afraid that we'll never make love again that he can't even bring himself to think about the surgery.
In case it's unsuccessful.
Yeah. What are you getting at?
I have a letter from the Chancery asking for my analysis of the marriage and so forth. Father Richards indicates this is one of the final pieces of documentation required.
Yeah.
What if I refuse to supply it till Jack's undergone surgery?
Oh, Father.
Now, I have moral grounds for my refusal. Jack promised me he'd consult a specialist before he undertook the annulment, and he didn't do it.
But I don't think he's ready for surgery yet.
Exactly. And by the time he is, and has seen a doctor, and made the arrangements, and had the surgery, and recovered, the baby will be here. And even then, it might take me a while to marshal my thoughts on the matter.
Oh, Father, that's terrific. That's incredible. That's the most wonderful idea.
I thought it was pretty good myself.
Oh, thank you.
You are welcome. Shall we give him a call?
I'll dial it for you.
Benelli.
Jack, Father McShane, how are you?
Fine, Father. Are you?
Somewhat regretful that I have to make this call, but I think it's only fair to let you know what's going to happen. I have a letter here from Father Richards requesting my analysis and opinion regarding your marriage and annulment.
Mm-hmm. Father Richards mentioned that.
I'm sorry to say I can't provide it, Jack. Which means, of course, that the annulment proceedings will come to an abrupt halt.
Why? I mean, why won't you give it to him?
How shall I explain? You made me a promise. I'm not inclined to do any favor for you till you've kept your word. Quid pro quo.
What promise?
You agreed to consult a specialist about your physical condition before you sought an annulment. And I'm afraid I just can't join in that annulment until you've done what you've promised to do. It's as simple as that. As a matter of fact, I don't think I could get a statement together until you've actually undergone surgery.
That's blackmail.
Possibly.
Mary put you up to this?
Tell him it was all your idea.
Is she there with you?
What? Yes, she is.
You just tell her to stay put. I'll be at your office in 30 minutes. You're meddling, Father. Now, you got a moral obligation to provide whatever information the Chancery asks you to give. Now, you and Mary can't sit up there and try to block a legitimate annulment. Now, you better start...
Jack, save it till we see you, all right? Goodbye.
Now Mary's got Father McShane wrapped around her little finger. Yeah, well, they think they're gonna put me in a hospital and that's gonna delay the annulment, huh? Well, let me tell you, nothing, but nothing. It's gonna make me back off now.
Oh. Jack. You know, if you think you're gonna go charging up there, strong-arming Father McShane, you got another thing coming.
Yeah? Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
God help you.
This week, Aaron Torpy returns.
We're gonna be seeing a lot of each other.
And
look, I didn't kill my brother.
Just as Todd tries to put his life back together,
He thinks that I killed the only father that he's ever known.
I believe he's dead.
an unexpected witness steps forward. Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
The Gerber generation has discovered a scientific breakthrough. The immune-supporting probiotics, like those found in breast milk, can be found in Gerber Good Start Protect formula. It's one brilliant formula for baby formula. In a brilliant new package. Join the Gerber generation on Facebook.
Your objective.
The new Fall Slash Glam look, flared wings. New Falsies Flared Mascara by Volume Express, only from Maybelline, New York. It's Fall Slash Glam with a flared arch. The secret? Our exclusive Spoon Flare brush. And Flex Hold formula. Wing lashes up, out, and totally over the top.
No false lashes needed.
New Falsies Flared.
Maybe she's bored with it.
We asked Bradford Anderson to name all the Spinelli nicknames he could remember. Go.
Stone Cold Mr. Serpacino-esque one, Maximista, Blonde One, Original Blonde One, Prince Pectoral, Big Daddy Stone Cold, the Goddess, the Divine One, Bad Blonde One, the Demented One, the Valkyrie, the Brusque Lady of Justice. I could be here for literally 3 days, probably.
See who Spinelli will nickname next on General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't see you right away, Seneca, but all hell's broken loose with the budget. The board doesn't need an administrator. What they need up there is a counterfeiter.
I'm sorry. It's good of you to come.
I'm on my way to a late breakfast meeting, but I am very concerned about young Edmund. How are things this morning?
Well, his respiration's improving steadily.
That's good.
But there's cranial swelling, intracranial pressure, no hematoma, setting sun syndrome. We think he's hydrocephalic.
Dear God.
Yeah, I want to get him to surgery as soon as possible. Less pressure we allow it to build up, the less chance of brain damage.
Of course.
The question is, who does the surgery?
Well, are you asking me for permission to bring someone in because you can have anyone you want?
I can think of several top people, New York, Washington, Atlanta, but no one I can get fast enough. Actually, Howard Church on staff is as good as they come, but Howard's in Mexico at the moment on vacation. I have Clem Moultrie, but Clem's been worked to death for weeks. Jill just suggested that I consider Roger.
Are you aware that Roger came to see me a little while ago to ask me to put in a good word for him with you?
For reappointment on staff?
Hmm.
No, I wasn't aware of it, but it doesn't surprise me. This would have nothing to do with reappointment.
The thing that makes me so impatient with Roger's personal shortcomings is the fact that he is, without a doubt, one of the 2 or 3 most gifted surgeons in the history of Riverside. If it were my child, Seneca, given all the circumstances and availabilities, I'd want Roger Coleridge.
Son, if he's my choice, you give him permission to operate.
Consider it done.
All right, thank you. I need to think about it.
I don't think for 1 minute Seneca's gonna let me in the same operating room with that baby. But I do want you to know, just the same, that how pleased, grateful I am that you asked for me.
I'm not trying to be nice, Roger. I want a normal, healthy baby. I have so many feelings wrapped up in this child. In the beginning, he was a responsibility that I didn't want to accept. But when I did, he just changed my whole life around. Because of him, I've learned so many new things about myself. He's only a few days old, and I've never even held him, but I feel like I know him. I feel like I know what kind of man he could and should be. I want him to live, and I want him to be well. More than anything I've ever wanted in my life.
Roger, I just had a talk with Marshal Westheimer. Now, I want you to understand, this in no way affects our prior relationship or your current situation with the hospital. But Jill has asked, and Marshall has given his permission for you to do surgery on Edmund. I'd very much appreciate it if you'd agree.
I'd be glad to.
Thank you.
Look, I'd better go check on those pictures.
Thank you.
Next, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Later, see who's stirring up trouble in Pine Valley on All My Children, only on SoapNet.
The Chew, a new kind of daytime talk show where everybody brings something different to the table.
The Chew will be a very interesting daily take about food.
It's going to be a show that centers around family, fun.
With expert advice, the latest trends, and useful tips you can use at home. So treat yourself to something new and delicious every day.
Join us.
Join us.
Join us. Join us.
At the table.
Join The Chew weekdays. Premieres Monday, September 26th, only on ABC.
I wanted to look great. Benadryl helped me lose 50 pounds. I lost 31 pounds.
I lost 40 pounds.
And I lost an incredible 37 pounds, lose weight, and look great with Benadryl.
At eHarmony, we take the world and narrow it down for you to those singles with whom you share powerful compatibility. That helps you be more selective and more in control of the possibilities. Visit eHarmony today and review your compatible matches free.
These are Ocean Spray sparkling juice drinks. They have bubbles. It's real fruit juice, crisp sparkling water, and no added sugar. And they come in these really cool cans. You want one? I'll wait a bit.
Refreshing. That pledge you have does more than polish wood. It also cleans leather, gives a luster to laminate, stainless, even granite. Today, Pledge shines more than end tables.
SC Johnson, a family company.
These are the Walkers.
Let's go do what walkers do best.
Get drunk?
They're never afraid to speak their minds.
Can you get out the way so I can be with the brother I actually like?
But when dealing with family...
Hello, Mom. Hi, how are you? I can't talk right now.
Bye. Wait, oh.
Silence can speak louder than words.
Never, ever speak of this again.
Kevin likes...
Brothers and Sisters. Moving in Monday, September 26, weekdays at 5 and 6 on SoapNet.
Things had been a little tense between my dad and I since the unauthorized search and seizure.
First he searched, then he had a total seizure.
Wednesday, September 28th.
He bubble wrapped my life and threw it in the back of a moving truck.
Welcome to Suburgatory.
What color would you call that? Circus peanut?
Why don't you go criticize the inside of the house?
Hiya, neighbor! Are you the new family from New York?
Nice.
You taught me not to talk to strangers.
It's a whole different world.
This whole New Yorker thing you got going is gonna kill out here. You are a Bugatti.
What's a Bugatti?
It's a car that women want to have sex with.
Hey, girl! I'm a friend of your daddy. She is.
I'm trying to give you what all these other girls have.
Nose job, nose job, nose job. Are you a lesbian? Look how cute these boyfriend shorts are. Whose boyfriend are we talking about?
ABC's Suburgatory.
You ruined my life!
I did not ruin your life. I think I ruined her life.
Series premiere Wednesday, September 28th, 8:30, 7:30 Central on ABC.
In civil court, this is collusion and obstruction of justice. Now, ecclesiastically speaking, I don't know what you call it, but you're not going to get away with it.
I'm glad you have such a clear picture of what I may and may not do. Sit down, Jack.
I don't feel like sitting down, Father.
Oh, come in and behave yourself, Fennella. You're not on the dock.
You ain't kidding. I mean, the subject of a couple extortionists.
Could I be wrong, or did you not promise me that you'd consult a specialist about his opinion on your physical condition before you did anything about an annulment?
I'm not sure what I said.
Really?
All right. I said it, and I probably meant it at the time, but...
But you didn't do it.
My physical condition, as we so delicately refer to it, has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with the annulment proceedings.
Possibly. The connection may be only in my fevered brain. But the fact is, I'm not going to send the Chancery my report till you've had surgery.
You have to comply with the request from the Chancery.
It was a request, not a directive.
I'm going to call Father Richards.
Please do, but if you're expecting him to set up an inquisition just for me, you'll be disappointed.
Don't tell me Mary didn't put you up to this.
Sorry, sweetness.
All right. With Mary as your witness here, I have your promise that if I find a specialist go through with the bypass operation, you'll hand in your report to the Chancery office. Furthermore, it'll be an honest report, no tricks, no Mary Riot propaganda, huh?
I'll describe the situation in the marriage honestly as I understand it.
Mm-hmm. 24 hours after the surgery.
After you're released from the hospital.
Okay, 24 hours after I'm released from the hospital. But you'll hand-deliver the report to Father Richards.
Agreed.
Okay. You better start preparing for it, Father. Because I'm going around the corner. Make arrangements to enter Riverside Hospital. Huh?
Jack, you can't.
Yeah?
Honey, it's too soon.
Oh, now we're expert specialist Dr. Mary Ryan,
said
huh?
at least 6 months.
Well, it's been 6 months, and Alex is gone. And it's about time to consult a new specialist. And if I can't find one at Riverside, I'm sure that somewhere, somehow, there's a vascular expert who'll do the job, huh?
Oh, honey, that's taking such a chance.
Well, in the circumstances, Mary, I don't have much of a choice. Because I'm not going to lay off the annulment, and I'm not going to delay the annulment. And until you accept that fact, it's going to be difficult for all of us.
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.